Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from the world. Welcome to the Crypto Grind channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Stuart and I drop crypto related content almost every day right here on the channel. If you want to see more content, remember to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell notification so you know when any of my videos go live. Right, let's jump straight into it today. You can see we have a pretty red day again. Algorand down, Chainlink down quite a bit. I do think that's a bit of consolidation, seen as though we have seen it go up the last few days. We are going to be talking about Chainlink today. We're also going to be talking a little bit about Hbar, some airdrops that you might be interested in, some Polygon news, and then also some Lunar Classic news as well, just for my Lunar Classic fans out there. Massive community, massive shout out to the community. So of course I'm going to be doing my part and speaking about Lunar Classic as much as I can whenever there's some news out there. So if we have a look at our daily market cap here, we can see it's sitting now closer to the 900, or rather under the 900 billion mark again. It's been pretty volatile. We've been speaking about it a lot. There's nothing much more to say other than hold tight. It's going to be a rough one for the next year to 18 months, in my opinion, and then we will see the bulls return, and then our bags will be full. So right now, accumulate whatever project you're interested in. Remember, always do your own research. I'm just talking about some of the projects that I'm interested in and some of the interesting news that I see, bringing it out there to you guys. Right, if we jump onto Hedera, something you might not have seen is they announced that a project called Karate Combat will become the first sports league to transition its governance and to its fans and athletes by forming a DAO and a karate token. The karate token holders will determine the league's budget, marketing strategy, rule changes, and even the fights that will come up. Pretty cool stuff. So half of the tokens will be given away over time through an airdrop on Hedera, coinciding with the release of their mobile app. To participate in the biggest giveaway in sports history, sign up below. I'll drop a link down below if you guys are interested. Sign up for the airdrop. I am collecting as many of these tokens as possible. Airdrops a lot of the time are free if you hold certain tokens, or even in this case, if you just sign up. In a case where there's a possibility that the token might be worth something one day, get yourself involved. Why not? It's free. So I will drop a link. Check it out. So we have a look a little bit here. So Karate Combat becomes the first professional sports league to launch a DAO and transition governance to its fans and its athletes. If we just have a look at some interesting things under the structure, the karate token holders will determine the budget, resource allocation, supplier selection, marketing strategy, rule changes, and within boundaries set by the league's fight operation groups, fight contracts, and the match selections. Pretty cool stuff. This is something different that we haven't seen, built on Hedera network. You know that I'm bullish about Hedera, so why not? Why not? I'm super keen for this. They'll give away half of the governance. We have spoken about this a bit, so we'll breeze over it. Tokens over time to its community through an airdrop on the Hedera blockchain. I'm pretty sure you're going to need to own Hedera to receive this airdrop, so go ahead and get yourself some Hedera if you don't have already. It is a coin that I hold, so I've just gone ahead and signed up for this. It has a mobile app which will enable fans to seamlessly claim their tokens and participate in the league's no-loss gaming application called Only Up Gaming. No purchase will be necessary for fans to download the league's applications or to claim their karate tokens. And then again, you can read through the whole white paper itself. Over here, I'll drop that link like I said. Cool. Moving on to some news about Polygon or Matic. They have announcement here about a project that's been built on Polygon called Coolrest. It's the first Web3 project to have an officially verified carbon standard, the Coolrest carbon standard. The article goes on to explain that it's a new standard and methodology for carbon compensation based on blockchain technology and geospatial satellite data. Something that's really cool. The ideas that I see come out on cryptocurrencies and blockchains every day just sort of blows my mind. Polygon is not only carbon neutral, but also has a firm commitment to bringing sustainability into the Web3 space, an accessible way of compensating carbon footprints will not only positively impact Web3, but also add to the well-being of the environment. So that's what we want to see. I do think that the greener the project is, not only utility, but the green aspect will definitely add to the bullish sentiment when the market returns to that state. CoolRace is turning this into reality and has an explicit goal of disrupting worldwide carbon market by making carbon compensation easy, transparent, and accessible for everybody. CoolRace takes advantage of blockchain's innate immutability and permanent record, resulting in complete traceability and accountability. Additionally, this removes intermediaries, allowing everyone with an internet connection to compensate for the carbon footprint. Awesome stuff. Check that out as well. I'll probably retweet it, so follow me on Twitter and you'll see a lot of these things as I find them. A lot of these things I do retweet and then speak about them later on in the day. I did tell you that we'd be speaking about Chainlink. So if we move on to what we have here on this article, analytics firm Sentiment says that crypto whales are getting very active on one Ethereum-based altcoin. As you guessed, so that is Chainlink. And I did do some digging and I found a few reasons why Chainlink has been so popular in the last few days. The first one is Swift, a payment provider, is very popular. I think it's part of almost about 11,000 banks. They concentrate on cross-border payments. Obviously, this system has been going for a very long time and it's outdated. They're looking to bring themselves forward and using modern technology such as blockchain. And their partnership with Chainlink is just the start. And I think instead of them steering away and trying to combat the Ripples, the Algorands, the Quants, the Hbars, they're actually realizing that they need to work with them if they want to stay relevant. So this is very, very exciting news. And sometimes we don't always see companies working with blockchain. We see them working against. In this case, they're going to be making use of Chainlink. Now, Chainlink, for those of you who don't know, have a protocol that allows, it's interoperable protocol, so it allows different blockchains from, to communicate with each other, and that's exactly what Swift wants. This is a proof of concept project, which would allow traditional finance firms the ability to transact across blockchain networks. So they're not taking themselves out of the game. You might get some banks or financial institutions that will decide to go with Hbar, others will go with Ripple, others might go with Quant or Algorand. With Swift having this protocol in place, it's going to allow, doesn't matter which one the banks work with, they're all going to be able to communicate and do fast, seamless, accountable, traceable cross-border payments. So something we really want to see, the blockchain, and this is exactly what Web3 is all about. So we can just see the announcement here. Swift is using the cross-chain interoperability protocol as an initial proof of concept. This will enable Swift messages to construct on-chain token transfers, helping the Swift network become interoperable across all blockchain environments. Awesome to see. I'm so stoked about this, and we will see where it goes. So just here, Chainlink added this collaboration of Swift allows financial institutions to gain blockchain capability without replacing, developing, or integrating new connectivity into legacy systems, something it would require sustainable modifications with an exceptionally high cost. So again, they're really steering into the new technology, and I'm really happy to see it. And something that the MasterCard CEO said a little while ago in a panel discussion on CBDCs, that he doesn't expect Swift to exist in 5 years, likely due to the rising competition from CBDCs for cross-border payments and settlements. I don't think we're going to be also seeing as many CBDCs for the settlements. I do think we're going to be seeing some of these other tokens, but what he did say is right. They do say later on that he took those statements back, but I do believe that what he said is true, and Swift, I think, saw it coming, and this is the reason why they've gone with Chainlink. Now, another thing that's very interesting about Chainlink is that leading blockchains joined Chainlink's Scale program to turbocharge ecosystem growth with increased access to Oracle services. Now, we do know a lot of you will know that Chainlink obviously does work with Oracle. Participating in the Chainlink Scale program are a number of on-chain ecosystems, including Avalanche, Matisse, Moonbeam, Moonriver, part of the Polygon network. Avalanche, obviously, its own layer 1. Each ecosystem will contribute towards covering Oracle network operating costs, helping grow their dApp ecosystems, and ensuring developers have access to a variety of important Oracle services. And I did find out that there is the one project that Chainlink are involved with. There's this one called Space and Time. I don't know a large amount about it, but fast queries, so it's basically your database environment fast queries at enterprise scale, joining on-chain and off-chain data. So it's going to be decentralized data, all joining together at the space and time. And if you actually have a look here, some of the partners that are involved, Microsoft sort of backing, they have that. If we go down, have a look at some of the partners, we should see just somewhere. Here we go, Microsoft is here, AWS, so that's Amazon. You can have a look, keep going through some of these big names, obviously Chainlink, we've got Polygon, Avalanche. If we go, and even here, so this M2, that's Microsoft's venture fund, digital currency group. This is a very interesting one here, obviously being with that. So yeah, really, really cool project, and it's part of that scale that we just read about over here with Chainlink. So keep an eye on Chainlink. I am bullish about it. I do like the project. I think last I saw it was sitting at around $7, give or take. Probably a good buy at the moment. It's not something that I am in, but you know, keep an eye on that. And lastly, to all my lunatics out there, my Luna Classic fans, I have been asked to speak about this a little bit in some of my direct messages. So Lithosphere core developer KHJ Labs also announced that it'll implement, so there's a play-to-earn game called Finesse that's coming out, and they're going to be working on the Terra Classic network as well, along with your Avalanches and a few other networks. But what the really interesting news is that they're going to be implementing the 1.2% tax burn that has been voted on by the community, and they're also going to accommodate the burn by allocating $50 to $100 million to burn up to 2.5 trillion coins in the game. Now, how many coins will be burned will remain to be seen. But even if it's half of this amount, it's a brilliant move for the Luna Classic community. A lot of people out there are still calling it a meme coin. I'm not so sure. I think it's got a brilliant ecosystem that's already established. It just needs some tender-loving TLC, basically. Sorry. So, and it is getting that from a group called the Terra Rebels. I think they're working very hard in the background, and we can see that over here. So, you know, great news for Terra Classic. And more news that I did see earlier on is that the Terra Rebels have actually announced their roadmap for Terra Classic. Go check it out on the Terra Rebels website. I'll link it down below. And that's everything that I've lined up for you guys today. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.